What's up, you guys? Steve here with another unemployment update regarding enhanced unemployment benefits. And we now have received word that there's actually one state that's going to be providing another round of LWA for those who previously did not qualify. In addition to that, we have received word that there is another state that's going to be extending out their enhanced unemployment benefits in the form of more PEUC. Also, I have LWA updates for those of you that are still waiting to receive that. So if you are from Nevada, Arkansas, Vermont, or Alaska, I have an LWA update for you. And as I mentioned last time, we received word that Kansas, New Jersey, and Kentucky are now fully paying out their claimants. So if you haven't gotten your money yet, you need to contact the state right away. But in this video, I'm going to get you caught up on all things enhanced unemployment benefits as of today, Wednesday, October the 28th. Now, before we dive in, if you like that, if you could do me a quick favor, it'll just take a second. That's right, destroy the like button. It helps out the channel. Thank you so much. I would appreciate it. Like button, comments, and sharing these video outs helps me out. Thanks again. And also, if you'd like to stay up to date on everything rolling out, be sure to destroy the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way, as soon as I upload, you can get these notifications right away. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. All right, so first let's start off with some really good news. The state of Massachusetts has unveiled their new bill that is going to be allowing those that missed out on LWA in the first round to receive it. As a matter of fact, it was reported that they're going to be providing $1,800 for a lot of people who missed out on LWA because they just narrowly missed the qualifications. And this is going to help out about 17,000 people. So I have a link in the description below to that article if you'd like to check that out if you're from Massachusetts. But that is really awesome. They're going to be helping out a lot of claimants in the state that didn't get that LWA assistance. And it was reported that last month, Hawaii had the highest unemployment rate in the nation. It says that Hawaii's unemployment blight nears a 9-month mark. State officials are activating a second extension of jobless benefits for those that are out of work. So they're going to be providing an additional extension. So if you are nearing exhaustion of your unemployment benefits in the state of Hawaii, they're going to be extending it out for you. It says the State Department of Labor and Industry Relations announced Monday the launch of a new extension of the state unemployment benefits, adding an additional 13 weeks to the 26-week coverage. A previous 13-week extension known as PEUC was allowed, but now they're adding additional on top of that. So essentially you're going to be able to get 52 weeks, a full year's worth of unemployment benefits if you're in the state of Hawaii. Now, once again, link in the description below if you'd like to read the article for yourself, but this is another state yet that we're seeing that is saying that the unemployment situation is not improving and they need to extend out benefits. In my last video, I mentioned several other states that also said they're going to be extending out benefits, providing extensions for people when their unemployment is going to be exhausted. So if you're in that situation, please check out that video. Please contact your state. I even think I saw something that California is doing something similar as well, where they're going to be providing a new program where they're going to be extending out for people who have exhausted their benefits. So be sure to look into that if you're in that situation. And we've discovered yet again another case of massive fraud. Now, this time they actually found the individuals doing it and they were conspiring once again with people working within the system. So it was reported that in Detroit, Michigan, we found Johnny Richards and Micah Taylor to be the latest to defraud the unemployment system of $2.5 million, according to the U.S. Attorney. Richards and Taylor allegedly conspired with Brandy Hawkins, a former Michigan Unemployment Insurance Agency employee who was indicted on federal theft and bribery charges in July. Now, the criminal complaints against them, it says that they had been submitting 19 separate unemployment claims, many of which included the same phone number, IP address, and bank account, and all were tied to Richards and Taylor. They allegedly defrauded over $138,000 in state and federal unemployment dollars, spending it on luxury vehicles, traveling, gambling, and custom jewelry, according to investigations. Now, it was reported that investigators found conversations between them on the WhatsApp, and it said that Hawkins was actually manually through the system removing flags that were popping up on the accounts for fraud. And it says that they actually discovered a lot of stuff on social media. It says, in general, posts of Richard's account routinely depicted him wearing designer clothing, custom diamond-encrusted jewelry and watches, driving luxury vehicles, and in possession of large sums of money. One of the posts, Richards and Taylor on Instagram, included a photo of a new Mercedes-Benz SUV with a bow on it, apparently for a birthday gift for Taylor, and it said, "I'm not done. Next week, I've got something better." and it was reported that at this time they believed that he was unemployed with no source of income. Now, if you'd like to read this further, link in the description below. However, it's just unfortunate that there's so many out there hurting right now, and there's people taking advantage of the system. I'm just really glad they were able to catch them, and that hopefully we can now direct the money and focus it on the people in need at this time. All right, you guys, so now we're going to dive into the LWA updates for those of you that are still waiting. However, before we do, just a quick reminder that yesterday we received word that Congress will be stopping negotiations on the next stimulus package, which would have provided an extension of FPUC that we saw expire at the end of July. Now, we need some sort of agreement because we have other deadlines coming up as well. At the end of the year, December 31st, 2020, we are expecting an expiration of PUA and PEUC. So we are looking to Congress to come to some sort of agreement to help provide provisions. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to see the end of their enhanced unemployment benefits. So hopefully they'll come up with that right after the elections. I'll be happy to share that with you guys. I hope they come up with something soon so that way they can help so many people hurting and in need at this time. But now let's dive into the LWA updates. And as I mentioned, there are still 4 states that are waiting to either pay out in full or partially their claimants. Now, I mentioned in the previous video that Kansas, New Jersey, and Kentucky are now paying out their claimants. So if you haven't gotten that money yet, you should hopefully be receiving it soon, but I wouldn't hesitate to reach out to the state and just kind of find out the status on that, because you should be getting that money if you haven't already. Now, just a reminder that the LWA program is the Lost Wages Assistance Program from the President's Executive Memorandum issued on August 8th. And this is to be applied retroactively for the weeks ending August 2nd through September 6th. So if you were unemployed during that time and collecting as little as $100 per week from your unemployment benefits, you were eligible to receive this enhanced unemployment benefit that added an additional $300 per week on top of your unemployment benefits. Now, as I mentioned, the vast majority of states have already paid out their claimants, so a lot of people, this video might be irrelevant, but this is for those that are still waiting for information. I'm here to help you out. So I'm going to go through what I have for these last 4 states in no specific order. I'm going to start out with Nevada. So Nevada, they've paid out 3 weeks, but we have now received word. I have a link in the description below to the article if you'd like to read it for yourself, that they only have enough money to pay out either 1 or 2 more weeks to their claimants, and that should be going out here this week. It says the last week of October, so they're going to start doing payments of either 1 or 2 more weeks starting this week. Also, we have an update for Arkansas. It says that today they are now paying out their final payments to claimants. So if you're in Arkansas, keep an eye out for that. You should be getting it. And once again, if you're not getting your payments, I would not hesitate to reach out to the state, as we are now at the end of the line for the LWA program. Vermont, we have an update yesterday now. They are paying out in full a lot of their claimants. And Alaska, we have an update as well. 5 weeks in payments should be starting today. So if you're in Alaska, let me know if you see that money hit your bank account. They said it's going to be in payments for the next couple of weeks. So those are the updates for the last people waiting to receive that LWA benefit as of today, October the 28th. Well, you guys, as I mentioned, that is the latest that I have on unemployment, and I hope it was helpful and informative. As more information rolls out, as I said, I'll be sure to share it here on the channel. And if you haven't already, do me a quick favor, just destroy that like button. I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel. And if you haven't already, be sure to destroy the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way as soon as I upload videos, you can get them right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. And like I said, as information rolls out, I'm going to do my best to get them up here on the channel. However, keep in mind, as I mentioned, I'm going to be out of town this weekend in Houston, Texas. So if there's any breaking news that rolls out, I'm going to do my best to get on the camera and upload it to YouTube. But if not, I'll get it to you when I return. Well, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.